हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। अनन्तश्रीविभूषित शिवयति महाशाक्तकुलाधीश्वर शाक्तानन्दपरमहंस परमपूज्य श्री 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 भैरवानंद महास्वामिने नमः। श्रीमात्रे नमः. Hi, this is Sarvana Kumar, and in today's talk we shall know about Ratri Suktam and Devi Adharva Shirsham. Om Namaschandikayai. Ratri Suktam. One hymn of Ratri Sukta is from Rigveda. Ra means to give, and Tri means the one, the Holy Mother, the feminine form. Ratri means one who gives, which can be understood as one who fills this universe with Chaitanya or energy or light and life, synonymously compared to a day. Rigveda says that all mortals experience two types of nights, one where all physical activity ceases, and the other where divine activity also ceases. This activity of controlling physical, mental, and divine is done by time or Kala, and this is the Kali aspect of the mother as discussed in Devi Mahatmya. Ratri Suktam has got 8 verses and is taken from similar chapters from where Durga Sukta and Prachangira Sukta are taken from, and also has got specific Parayana procedures like Durga Sukta and Prachangira Sukta have. However, while reciting Devi Mahatmya, only a simple and plain recital is made, which is as per the principle of Pradhana and Upadana Karana, as we have discussed in the previous talks. Like Durga Sukta is known as Agneyastra and Prachangira Sukta is practiced as Krityastra, Ratri Sukta is practiced as Ratriastra or Tamoastra. We have evidence of usage of this weapon, Ratri Astra, by Sri Krishna and various Devis, and these chapters are mentioned in Sri Vishnu Bhagavata and Sri Devi Bhagavata, Vishnu Purana, and Kalika Purana. From a Srividya and a Shakta aspect, Ratri denotes the Samhara and Tirodhana aspects of life cycle of worlds, and hence is part of 5 Krityas or duties performed by the mother. Let us move on to Devi Adharva Shirsham. Devi Adharva Shirsham or Devi Upanishad speaks about full aspect of Shaktiya and its manifestation in the universe. It is taken from the later part of Adharva Veda. It is revealed when all the celestials or devas assembled before Devi and with immense bhakti asks her, O Mahadevi, who are you and what is your actual form? She, the Devi, answers, I am the Supreme Parabrahman. I am the creator of these worlds composed of Prakriti and Purusha. I am the void, Shunya, and beyond void. I am both the pentatonic and non-pentatonic elements. Elements or Mahabhutas are divided into 5. I am the entire visible world. Devi goes on to describe her divine form that there is nothing but Shakti or energy or Devi. Devi continues to explain how she takes forms of various devas and devis. Her exposition covers all the aspects that are covered in Rig, Yajus, and Samavedas. She is the great and she is the Parabrahman, who grants wealth and prosperity to Upasakas, and one who understands and experiences this wholesomely shall acquire divine wealth. Highly revered Srividya Panchadasakshari Mahamantra is revealed in a very codified form and establishes that this is the primordial Vidya of Sri Parasakti. This Vidya is the Shakti of Parabrahman and is nothing but Brahma Vidya. This Vidya is indeed the Veda. Word Veda here means that which is to be known. One who knows and understands this shall escape from the misery of duality and ignorance. Devi Pranava or the Maya Bija or Hrilekha is revealed in the next verse, and then the Navakshari or Navarna Mahamantra is revealed. The meaning of this Mahamantra is revealed as, O great Mother Chamunda, Durga, who is of the form of Sat, Chit, and Ananda, we meditate on you for obtaining Brahmavidya. Please sever the knots of avidya and liberate us from duality. All these Mahamantras are considered equal to each other, but only indicate different aspects of the Parabrahman. Scared of the samsara or duality, I salute to that Durga who destroys the evil Durachara. Here, Durachara means any observance or practice which is unacceptable to Shruti and Smriti. The Purusharana prescribed for this hymn is chanting 108 times, after which one gets rid of all sins. By chanting this hymn in the morning and evening, every day, one becomes free from all sins. By chanting this during Turiya Sandhya or the fourth Sandhya or the midnight, one gets Vak Siddhi. By chanting this mantra during Bhaumasvini Yoga, which is on a Tuesday with Aswini Nakshatra, one escapes from the great death, untimely as well as timely. These stotras have got many aspects from Mimamsa or logic, mantra, and yoga perspectives, to name a few. For example, the mention of non pentatonic life, Apanchabhuta, can be an indicator of life on other planets and galaxies. This topic needs to be dealt at length, which is beyond the scope of current discussion and limited by my clouded knowledge. It is best to be known through one's Guru. Sri Matre Namaha. Thank you.